following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Understanding every aspect of your care when choosing a plastic surgeon affects the overall experience of being treated. The quality of your experience starts when you call for an appointment. At the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery, they understand that your choice for any procedure includes taking care of you every step of the way during your initial consultation and during surgery and recovery. In fact, Dr. Matthew Baker considers himself a perfectionist, and that includes only the best care for you. He joins us today with his approach of cosmetic breast and body surgery. It's nice to see you.
Thanks for having me, Denise.
I haven't seen you in a few months. You operated on my sister. She had a tummy tuck, and she's doing fabulous.
Well, thank you.
She's doing great. She's looking hot for the holidays, to tell you that. But let's talk about what's new happening at the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery.
Yeah, we've actually made some changes. We're now focusing really on breast and body cosmetic surgery, and we're doing less of the reconstructive type surgeries. So this is going to become the new focus, is more of a cosmetic approach, and really focusing and specializing on breast and body work as opposed to also facial rejuvenation, etc.
Good. Has there been any changes in where you perform your surgical procedures?
As a matter of fact, yeah, we have moved our office. We were lucky enough to move in with Dr. Brent Smith.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he's a great facial plastic surgeon. And now I'm doing some office-based surgeries, so patients don't have to pay the additional expense of a hospital fee for their surgical procedures, and that will help to reduce costs for the patients as well.
That's fantastic, and we really have to point out what makes you different compared to other places where you can go have cosmetic surgery. What sets you apart?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there are a lot of excellent plastic surgeons here in Denver. We're very lucky, but I think the thing that sets the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery apart is that we really try to deliver very compassionate care. We try to really focus on the patient's individual needs. We try to customize the surgery so that it fits them and is not a production line. And we try to always obtain very natural and proportional appearing results.
So my sister's friend Sharon went to you, and she had a tummy tuck, and so my sister called me and she said, "What do you know about Dr. Baker? I heard good things." And she is so happy she chose you. Talking about above and beyond that care that you offer, you really watched her every part of the way, and now she has outstanding results. That sets you apart.
Yeah, and I think that it's a really great thing that we can offer, and we really try to focus on that custom care, the natural looking results, and really focusing on compassionate care for the patients. Natural
looking results, I'm glad you brought that up, because sometimes, and I'm not saying in this state, but in other places, people get that plastic unnatural look.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate association that some people have in the general public. I don't think it's necessary. I think that today we have so many great approaches to aesthetic and cosmetic surgery that it's not necessary to always look like you've obviously had plastic surgery. And in fact, that's one of my primary goals, is to always make sure that the results are very natural and very proportional.
So we were talking about a tummy tuck. That's what my sister had, but you also offer breast augmentation, and that's what we're talking about, where you may look plastic or you can tell you had something done.
Absolutely, and I think it really has to do with preserving the natural architecture of the breast and just enhancing it as opposed to distorting it to accommodate a large implant. In most cases, I find that patients really who want breast augmentation really just want the fullness they had maybe when they were breastfeeding. They don't really want to be much bigger than they are normally. And in most cases, that proportionality issue is really important.
So you want it to look natural, but you want to be confident and feel sexy and good about yourself. You mentioned breastfeeding. After you have a baby, sometimes you just lose everything you have.
That's exactly right. There's a process called involutional hypomastia. There's a crazy term for you. But basically, it involves degeneration of the breast glands.
They sag, right, doctor? Just break it down.
It's true, yeah. And what happens is that the breast volume actually decreases below baseline after breastfeeding. So, but still, I think it's important to have a small implant that really fits the breast as opposed to just making it bigger.
And you have a special for our viewers who are watching today.
We do. We're actually offering $750 off of any patients who schedule a cosmetic breast or body procedure before January 30th of 2013.
Oh, that's a great deal. So pick up the phone and go ahead and give them a call. I'm going to give you more details about their website too. Is it true that you've seen patients in the past where they've had an augmentation done and they're not happy with the work? You can correct it?
That is true, but I think most plastic surgeons are completely capable of doing revisional surgery. That's nothing special that I do. But I think that it's good for patients to at least be aware that they don't have to just live with whatever results they have. If they would like them changed, or they'd like them changed in some way, either implant size or position or whatever, then they can talk to any of the fine plastic surgeons here in Colorado.
You also offer a mommy makeover. What is that?
Yeah, I think that the mommy makeover is a combination procedure, usually involves some type of breast enhancement, either augmentation or lift or both, along with a tummy tuck. And it has to do with the fact that mommies have had some changes to their bodies. So it's completely normal to combine the two procedures in one. It's not really a new technique. It's been around for decades, but we combine them kind of like someone who would have a manicure and a pedicure.
Yep.
Kind of do them both at the same time.
Is liposuction a really good way to lose weight?
Well, actually, no, that's kind of controversial. In my mind, liposuction is a powerful tool for sculpting and fine-tuning, but if it's weight loss that you're after, maybe a different technique would be better, maybe a whole life change and more of a program to lose weight. Liposuction is really for sculpting.
That's what I liked about you with Stephanie. I mean, you could have said, okay, let's just suck it all out, but you told her, get on a good regimen, let's lose the weight, then you perform the tummy tuck. Correct. And she looks fabulous. She's very happy. What would you tell someone in the audience who's considering having maybe a surgery or augmentation and they're worried, maybe they're a little nervous?
Yeah, I think that it's really important for patients to get more information. We'd love to have you come have a free complimentary consultation at the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery. We spend time with our patients. We listen to our patients very carefully. This is not a production line. We have to customize your care to your needs and your desires, and we'd just love to have you come to the office.
Well, it's nice seeing you again.
Yeah, great to see you.
Thank you for taking care of my family. It's great. Dr. Matthew Baker is a board certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery and is a clinical staff member at Littleton and Porter Adventist in South Denver. The atmosphere at Dr. Baker's office is professional, comforting, and guess what? It's designed around serving your needs. Dr. Matthew Baker would have a consultation with you completely to make sure the procedure you want is best for you. Schedule your complimentary and no obligation consultation today. Call 303-563-3318. That's 303-563-3318. If you sign up for cosmetic breast or body surgery with Dr. Baker before January 30th, you're going to receive $750 off your final price. Be sure to mention this show, Colorado and Company. You can also learn so much more online about Dr. Baker and his practice at bakerplasticsurgery.com. That's bakerplasticsurgery.com. And the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery paid for this segment. When Colorado and here in just a little bit on the show. But first, understanding every aspect of your care when choosing a plastic surgeon really affects the overall experience of being treated. The quality of your experience starts when you call and make that appointment. At the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery, they really understand that your choice for any procedures includes taking care of you every single step of the way during your initial consultation, even during surgery and recovery. In fact, Dr. Matthew Baker considers himself a perfectionist, and that includes only the best care for you. He joins us today with his approach to cosmetic breast and body surgery. It's nice to see you.
It's great to see you, Denise.
You have to tell me what's new. I haven't seen you in a couple months. What's been going on?
Well, a lot of things have been going on. We've actually relocated our office. We were previously at the Littleton Hospital, and now we've moved in with Dr. Brent Smith of Smith Cosmetic Surgery. So we're now in Centennial, which I think is a good location. And we're also focusing more on breast and body cosmetic surgery. And it's been a really fantastic move for us.
I like that you've teamed up with Dr. Brent Smith, both two incredible doctors, one great location. Now, does that determine where you do your surgical practice? Can you do it in the same office, or do you have to go to a hospital?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is a new addition to the Baker Center for Plastic Surgery. We now do have the capability of offering our patients full surgeries right in the office because we have a certified surgical facility right there.
What would you say sets you apart, Dr. Baker, from other cosmetic surgeons here in Colorado?
Well, I think that there are many excellent plastic surgeons here in the Denver metropolitan area. I think the thing that sets us apart, though, is that we really focus on the patient experience. We really want the patients to feel like they're being listened to and that we're very concerned about them, which we are, and that right from the beginning to the end of the process, they're looking and feeling great and happy with the care that they're getting.
That's so important. And earlier I mentioned that you follow up not only, before the surgery, during the surgery, after the surgery. You did that for my sister. My sister Stephanie went to you for a tummy tuck, and you really cared about her even after the procedure and made sure she was feeling good and looking good.
Yes, it's absolutely true, and not just because she was your sister. We of course, have all of our patients are very, very important to us, and we never want them to feel like we're not absolutely compassionate and caring for them.
You know what I like? Stephanie is now motivated to do more. Now she's getting up on the treadmill and walking, and she feels great about herself. You can call today, 303-563-3318, 303-563-3318. Ask to make an appointment with Dr. Baker. I'm going to tell you about the wonderful deal he has coming up just for you, our Colorado and Company viewers, in a moment. Another thing I think that sets you apart as a doctor, some people tend to look plastic after surgery, but you make sure that they have that natural feel and look about themselves.
Yeah, I think that that's absolutely the most important thing, is to take a patient's basic body type and improve it without really distorting it. I think the important thing is to make sure that their results are very proportional and natural looking, and that they're more or less just enhanced, that you haven't really changed their overall look in any sort of obvious way. We don't want them to look as if they've obviously had plastic surgery. We just want them to look and feel great.
And it's not only breast enhancement, but it's also contouring. That's
right. We'll talk a little bit later about the Mommy Makeover, but that's merely a combination of procedures that we've been using for a long time. It involves enhancing the breast, which either is lifting or adding some volume, as well as some abdominal contouring surgery to change the contour of the abdomen. In many cases, our patients have had children in the past, and they've gained and lost weight, and that changes the way that their abdomen looks. So what we try to do is recontour it and flatten it out by removing some of the excess skin and fat, but also tightening the muscles.
That doesn't even look like the same person, and look at the difference. 303-563-3318, and like you said, the muscle wall sometimes gets stretched out, so it doesn't matter how many sit-ups you do.
That's right.
It's not going to go back. Now, you have a great offer for our viewers today.
Yes, that's right. We're trying to have patients come and see us at our new facility. So if patients come in and at least schedule an appointment before the 30th of January, then we'll honor a $750 off discount for them.
Great deal, $750 off, but you got to pick up the phone and call and make that appointment, and make sure you tell him you saw him here on Colorado and Company today. Is it true that once somebody goes through a surgery, do they have to keep undergoing little treatments to maintain their looks and what they feel like and look like?
Well, I don't think that it's absolutely necessary. I think that there is certainly some times and certain occasions when you do need to have some additional maintenance work done. Certainly with breast implants, typically 10 to 15 years after the fact, you may need either a new implant or a breast lift to go with it. But it's not absolutely necessary, and it certainly doesn't have to be repetitive,
right,
or frequent.
But you can have more than one procedure done, and that's what the Mommy Makeover is all about.
That's right. As we alluded to before, I think that the main thing about the Mommy Makeover is that it really does allow a woman to be transformed back to more or less what she looked like before her pregnancies. And in many cases, women don't need that, but some do. And I think that it's a very impactive change to the shape of the abdomen. Also, it makes the women feel stronger. A lot of times, as you mentioned, it does motivate them to get back in the gym. It's a life transformational thing. You can see that the effect here in this photograph is quite substantial to the upper abdomen before and after the surgery. And even in side view, you can see how much of an improvement there really is. And this really can only be achieved through modern surgical technique.
Do it today. If you've been looking at yourself in the mirror after having babies, or you gained just a little too much weight, today's the day to call 303-563-3318, BakerPlasticSurgery.com, and be sure to mention that you saw Dr. Baker here on Colorado and Company. You'll get that great deal. Liposuction, is that a great way, a significant way to lose weight?
You know, it really isn't, and that's something that I try to talk to my patients about a lot. I try to explain to them that, in fact, it's a contouring technique. You are basically just removing areas that are stubborn, that are localized, that are sort of a love handle or a saddlebag or something like that. But liposuction really shouldn't be used for large volumes in which you're trying to achieve some sort of significant weight loss.
And that's what I really liked about you. When I went with my sister for the educational kind of appointment, the introduction and consultation, and she needed a tummy tuck, but you said, let's hold off on the liposuction, get in there and see if you can lose weight and feel healthy and happy about yourself. And that was so positive. You could have said, hey, let's do liposuction and I can get more money. You know what I mean?
Well, that's right. And I think that it's really part of our strategy and our philosophy at the Baker Center, that we really want to do just what we need to and nothing more.
And what would you tell somebody who are watching right now and they're thinking about having a breast augmentation, a tummy tuck?
You know, I would tell them that we would really love to sit down and talk with them and give them more information so that they would be empowered to make a decision with the right information. You know, our consultations are free. We have a great staff. We're very, we listen carefully to our patients. We make it a great experience. And of course, it doesn't cost you anything to come and learn more about what can be done.
Well, I certainly thank you.